Hey, what's up you guys? It's me, Princess. Wow, I'm tired. Hey, what's up you guys? It's me, Princess, back with another video. And today I'm introducing you guys to yet another new series on my channel. I got this idea from Beauties. She's basically an American YouTuber, and she has this series called Murder Mystery Monday. And this is a series where she does her makeup. She sits down, does her makeup, and talks about famous, horrendous, horrifying, other adjective stories that are heartbreaking, horrible. And yeah, she just talks about them. She tells the whole story. So I was like, well, we also have serial killers in South Africa, you know, or in Africa as a whole. So like, why don't I just do that, but with South African stories? I know, I have such bright ideas, right? So that is the new series. It's called Bloody Makeup Monday. The blood is for the people that were killed. The makeup is for the makeup that I'm gonna be doing. The Monday is for the day that's gonna be uploaded, which is a Monday. If you guys are just as excited as I am about this new series, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And then we're gonna get right into the video. So all the products that I'll be using in this video, I will not be like, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I'm just gonna link all the products down in the description box. Our first story for Bloody Makeup Monday is about a serial killer named Moses Sithole. So Moses was born on the 17th of November in 1964, and he's a South African serial killer and rapist who committed the ABA murders. So the ABA murders were named the ABA murders because he started in Atteridgeville, and then he went to Boksburg, and then he finished his killing spree in Cleveland, which is a suburb in Johannesburg, yeah? Okay, so Moses was born in 1964 in Vosloorus in a poor township in Gauteng. When he was 5 years old, his father died and his mother abandoned the family. Okay? So Sithole and his siblings spent the next 3 years in an orphanage where he later said they were mistreated. So Sithole was arrested for rape in his teens and spent 7 years in prison. And then later on, he blamed his imprisonment for turning him into a murderer. He explained his crime, saying that the woman he murdered all reminded him of the woman who had falsely accused him of rape years ago. So it was like, no guys, this is not my doing type of situation. So Sithole appeared to be a mild-mannered individual to those around him. Okay. At the time of his crimes, he was managing a shell organization, Youth Against Human Abuse. So he was trying to fight child abuse. Getting because he had previously been abused, you know, in his past as a child. So, or maybe he was also trying to divert the attention away from the fact that he's a killer. After he committed the murders in Atteridgeville near Pretoria, Sithole moved his focus to Boksburg and then eventually to Cleveland, like I said, hence they were called the ABC murders, you know. And by 1995, he had claimed over 30 victims. 30, he had killed 30 people by 1995, sparking nationwide panic. It was some cases he would later phone the victim's family for no other apparent reason than to taunt them. At one point, President Nelson Mandela visited Boksburg in person to appeal for public assistance in apprehending the killer. So this is how he killed his victim. This is a bit fucked up though. This is a bit fucked up. Sithole targeted African women and teenage girls between the ages 18 and 45. Okay, most of his victims were interviewing for positions with Sithole's charity thing, ne? So I think he all had this youth thing, wara, so like people would come interview for positions there. And then Sithole would take them to like a remote field and proceed to beat, rape, and murder them. So they were generally strangled with their own underwear. He would then write the word bitch on their dead body before dumping them. He once was so fucking sick that he actually raped a victim with a stick. Like, my nigga, why? So Shapo, he actually inflicted a head wound on a 2-year-old son of like one of the victims that he was raping, and then he just left him there to die from exposure. Obviously, like, he wasn't gonna go take the son to go get medical help, because that would fuck up his whole charade, you know. Yeah, so in August 1995, Sithole was reported to have been seen with one of the victims, right? But then he disappeared after the South African Police Services found out about his like previous rape instances. So they were like, this guy, it's not his first time doing this, so he probably did it, you understand? So he ran away. So in October of 1995, Sithole contacted a journalist named Tamsin De Beer and identified himself as the wanted murderer. Oh, and then he told De Beer that his killings were carried out in revenge for his unjust imprisonment, and he had obtained, and told De Beer that he had obtained 76 victims, which is double the number that was reported or people thought that he had killed. Finally, in order to prove that he's really the killer, he directed or gave directions to where one of the bodies were buried, and then the police cornered him in Johannesburg, and then he tried to like attack one of the constables with a hatchet, but then they shot him. Sithole was driven to like the nearest hospital, where he was found to be HIV positive. So on the 5th of December in 1997, Sithole was sentenced to 50 years imprisonment for each of the 38 murders that he committed. And then 12 years imprisonment for each of the 40 rapes that he committed. And then 5 years imprisonment for each of the 6 robberies that he committed. So in total he had 2,410 years imprisonment, you know. Okay, and then Justice David Costes ordered that Sithole must serve 930 years of his sentence before he would be eligible for parole. The judge said that if we still had the death sentence, he would have given him the death sentence. So my question is, if you've made it this far into the video, should the death sentence be brought back for such people? Sithole was incarcerated in C-Max in the maximum security section of the Pretoria Central Prison, and he is currently incarcerated in Mangaung Correctional Center in Bloemfontein. And that brings us to the end of the story of Moses Sithole. And yeah, I could not find any record of him having a wife or a girlfriend or something like that. If you're not scared of killing somebody, then you must not be scared of death. If you're not scared of raping somebody, you should not be scared of ruining their life. You should also not be scared of your life being ruined. You understand? And that's where I stand. But that is just my opinion, and that brings us to the end of today's Bloody Makeup Monday and this is the look that we came up with. I hope you guys enjoyed this first story. If you know any famous serial killers that you want me to cover in the future, please leave their names down below. Thank you so much for your continuous support, and we're almost at 300. If you are not yet subscribed, please do click the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.